Hello, Steve here. Welcome to Real Health. Who'd have thought health is about what we're eating? Join me on my quest to disseminate my go-to health regimen, the Health 44, my clumsy branding of eliminating 4 classes of food, introducing 4 classes of micronutrients. Bingo, bongo, health sorted. So thank you for your interest. Let's do this. Welcome again. Bloodwork BS. It's not like that. We go to the doctor. We get our bloods, whatever that means. All is good, the doctor says, the GP, the primary carer, whatever. Oh, it's all good. And then you die. Well, not all the time, of course. There will be the odd person living past 80, but that likelihood is reducing. Those the sodium levels, the potassium, the calcium, the kidney markers, vitamin D, cholesterol. Ooh. I don't even think we understand cholesterol levels. I don't think we understand many of the markers that we measure, seek, rely on. Oh, it's within range. What range? According to whom? Oh, the normal ranges of the people coming in. The people that are coming in are stuffed, and we're relying on those levels, even if we can rely on them. There's been many a sickly looking person, the obese person with okay blood levels. I had okay blood levels when I was even approaching double my body weight now. I reached a point of diabetic sirens, blood pressure siren, cholesterol siren, and I got onto my regimen, which I'll suggest, prescribe, and no more of that. I had other things like carpal tunnel, frozen shoulder, these two middle fingers from both hands. And I even sold my 2 motorbikes because I couldn't do the clutch and brake. Not too good. So the most reliable, perhaps, of the blood work, of the bloods that we can probably rely on, get an indication of how we're going, is possibly vitamin D. There's the nanograms per millimoles per nanogram, is it? And then there's even the Australians are using the US numbers now, the units. I forget what the levels are. Millimoles per nanogram and nanograms per mil. I don't know, but let's just the lower number, the old school, and the higher number, the new school. I don't know, but if we're using the old school, there's this idea that 20 to 50 is a good vitamin D level. Deciliters. I'm not sure even if that relates to vitamin D. Anyway, the reason why I don't know is because I don't give a damn. It's probably way off. And the reason why it's way off is using that old school level. 20 to 50 is therapeutic. Why stop at 50, for God's sake? Why are we stopping at 50? And the thing blares at you when only when you're under 12 or 13, oh, you're very deficient. If you get to those levels of 12 or 13, bloody hell, start getting in the sun for starters, and for seconders, start doing the Health 44. I'll go through my regimen in a tick, because yes, I do get many one-off listeners that think this is full of shite. Well, good. I'd love to be proven wrong, because then I'll go to whatever's even more right of what I advocate for here. There's this, I heard this years ago, that did you know that there's never been a case of cancer with the vitamin D level of under 40? I forget the units, but with the lower units, the 20 or the 50 unit, okay, therapeutic range, 40 and above, let's aim for. There hasn't been a case of cancer of existing or newly diagnosed cancer of vitamin D levels of under 40. So therefore, let's make the therapeutic range 40 plus. I don't think there's toxicity with vitamin D, especially if it goes through your liver. There can't be. So 40 plus, that's what the range should be. What should the ranges be on the potassium, the sodiums, the kidney function, the liver function, the whole total blood count, full blood count? Is that what they use? Yeah, full blood count measures. Oh, cholesterol. It's over 100. That's it. You're stuffed. If mine reads as in the old school, the Australian levels, if mine reads 7.5, don't give a shit. I won't care, because we don't understand cholesterol levels, the good cholesterol and the bad cholesterol. The HDL, the good cholesterol, that's just a messenger. Like, I'm not even sure we understand how we're measuring that. LDL, well, they're not the only two. There's other types of cholesterol. Even blood pressure. Yes, blood pressure. Okay, that's a bit more solidified. It's been a while since I've explored some of the other micronutrient levels, what they should be at, and that we've got it wrong and all that sort of thing. But just because something is in normal range, if your population is abnormal, don't make it normal. What the hell? There's even blood markers of Everest climbers, like they've taken blood tests of Everest climbers, like oxygen saturation down in the 60s. Usually you should be dead on, what's the acidosis measure? Venus did. Anyway, there's this particular level of bloods, escaped me for a moment, where they should be between 8 and 13. Beyond those levels, rush you into theatre or something. On that measure, I forget, but I think some of you might know which one I'm getting at. Arterial blood gas, there you go. Everest climber, 2.5, they should be dead. No worries, mate. We've reached the summit, let's get back down. For the ones that do. I've heard of stories where they spend thousands to get to a particular point, and then this one guy was rescuing somebody and robbed him of reaching the summit. What a ghastly theft of reaching the summit and spending, I think it may have been 5 figures, like $10,000 or $15,000 to get up there. To be on the last bit, and you're helping someone because they're going through hypothermia. They start taking the gear off because they're so hot. That's the last stage of hypothermia. Do we even understand things like VO2 max? It's very weight dependent. Like mine was measured once 30 plus years ago, and I was something like 72 with a VO2 max of 72. Just 1 kilogram less, I would have had a VO2 max of 74 or 75. Like, even how we measure that with height and weight metrics, like even an anorexic that can't run a mile can register a very high VO2 max because it's very body mass related, the measure. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? That's not a blood measure, but that's just another example. So, and did you know with vitamin D, that's a bit more intimate, that comes to mind more here. Vitamin D, the reason why they started to do vitamin D as a necessary blood level to measure was bone density back half a century ago, and then that's gone, and now it's general health. So you've heard about my cancer relationship. I haven't mentioned this in a while. I've deployed two nurses, yeah, they're both nurses still, to let me know if they see anybody with a vitamin D level of over 40 and they still have cancer, to let me know. It's been approaching 2 years. I haven't chased them too much, but oh yeah, I'll check. Oh yeah, I'll check. Maybe I checked back with them a bit less than a year ago. Still didn't find anyone. There were levels like in the teens and 27 and 19, 23, that sort of thing. Yeah, there you go. You want to avoid cancer, maybe look at your vitamin D. But even if your vitamin D is good, which is an indicator, a tell that all your other micronutrients are in check. That's probably why you're not getting cancer if your vitamin D level is over 40. What we probably should consider as an even better measure of health, how well we're absorbing our micronutrients, is hair analysis. I haven't done one of those because, well, basically in Australia, nobody does it. There probably is. I haven't found them. Doc Wallach, I'm not even sure if he does it himself. Send $100 US with the way that you get it from the nape of your neck envelope inside another envelope, $100 US, and that's the only way I know. But that's what we need to introduce. Yes. The mainstream scientists will suggest no hair analysis, that's shite. Oh well, if we continue to shite things that shouldn't be shite, then we will have to suffer. We will have to suffer. So, and did you know that different companies, different phlebotomist companies, that take your blood, they have different levels. They don't vary too much, but the levels are different. Like, it's based on 2,000 patients, and but they're a patient. That's why they were referred to get bloods done. They're already ill, therefore, I know I've mentioned this, it just blows my mind. Yes, there are healthy people that get their bloods done for checkups and that sort of thing. Healthy, that haven't got a condition yet that they're complaining of. But if some of those normal levels are people that 10 pounds overweight type thing, wrinkles, grey hair, some varicose veins, well, their blood pressure's 125 or 145, 125 over 85, or sort of getting up there. They're not out of the woods. They're not. We consider that's just within range. Well, I know blood pressure isn't a blood marker, but it's the same principle. It works with other health markers. What if I breathe out 10 or 12 breaths per minute? Why shouldn't that be normal? What's the low point? I think, is it 12 the lowest, and 24 is the highest. It's been a long time since I was a registered nurse. Forget the numbers that we should be breathing at. Heart rate, I'm a bit more intimate with. My resting heart rate, 46-ish. I do wear one of those Apple watches, and that's what it spits out to me. So that will indicate that I'm bradycardic. I need to take, is it digoxin to get your heart rate up? Shut up. No, it will not. I do not. So, as per my mood in the last couple of episodes, I think I've made my point, and I'm going to start to wrap it up. But before I do wrap it up, for those one-off listeners, what I advocate for here is my clumsy branding of the Health 44. The first 4 of the 44 is eliminating 90+% of the supermarket, the gluten, the oils, the sugars, the nitrates, nitrites. Bring in the second 4 of the 44, those 4 classes of micronutrients, the 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 2 essential fatty acids. That's what you need for an extended period of time, and your health will sort. Don't worry about the bloods. Well, your doctor makes you worry about the bloods. Beluga, siren. Your such and such level is low. Your such and such level is, oh, so high. Giving us angst. And then we get given these tablets to address the issue. Or take some supplements. Oh, eat some more bananas. My mother was told once to eat more bananas because her potassium level was a bit low. Did you know that this banana and that banana will have different amounts of potassium in it? Even from the same farm, from the same packet in the store. It's not dependable what levels of potassium, as an example, will be in that banana. The banana that you ate today versus the banana next week, you've got different amounts of potassium. Plus you'll absorb different amounts of potassium each. That part I'm less confident about, but I do believe that at different times we can absorb different amounts of micronutrients. Get that into you. We better start understanding that too. That's why we should aim for even more micronutrients. So, electrolytes. It's not just the normal electrolytes of whatever goes into that, sodium, potassium, phosphorus. Is phosphorus one of them? Anyway, we need 60 minerals, not just a few electrolytes. Increase your salt intake if you don't want to supplement with minerals, not white table salt with iodine in it. We need at least the pink Himalayan salt. I would suggest grind the rock salt. That's only a recent phenomenon for me, to start grinding my rock salt. I've also, in the last 6 months, graduated to Celtic sea salt because it's got 80 plus minerals in it. If you only rely on your salt to get all your minerals, you will get all your minerals, but you better absorb it. Firstly, digest it, then absorb it. Or you will digest it if you increase your salt intake, because increasing your salt intake acidifies even further your gastric juices. Yes, if you suffer from indigestion, you don't have over acidified gastric juices. No, you don't have enough. That's what the problem is. So even if you rely on the salts to increase your mineral intake, you're probably absorbing 8%, 15%, what you should be. Colloidal minerals is the most dependable source of minerals, which is more bioavailable, 70% plus bioavailable. Then you need to recuperate your villi in the small intestine that's been damaged by gluten for most of your life. I fixed that up too. And that's why, as a 51-year-old, I look at least okay, but I'm in the top 1% of the 51-year-olds out there. And you could really improve your being by understanding the micronutrients. So I'll end it there by poo-pooing the way we look at bloods and our blood work. The computer says, no. The computer says yes. Yeah, so we're not understanding things, particularly with cholesterol. Vitamin D, up it more. There's just a few of the examples that are top of mind for now in delivering this diatribe. Okay, so take it or leave it. Let's compare notes in 30 years. I'm saying more often now. I don't have this paper. Even if I had this paper that suggests that, which there are many, this paper to suggest this, people are just going to go, fuck off. So that's why I say, fuck off. Take my words and leave it. And let's compare notes in 30 years. I don't mean fuck off. Endearingly. So until the next time, bye-bye.